Welcome back to Global Bike Trends. Today we dive deep into Yamaha's much-anticipated reintroduction of the WR125R. After a hiatus, the little dual sport is back for 2025, or as often referenced, the 2026 model cycle. And it brings some interesting upgrades, modest compromises, and strong appeal for entry-level adventurers. Let's roll. Picture this. A nimble, lightweight dual sport that's legal for beginner riders, usable in cities, and eager for weekend dirt roads. That's the target Yamaha is aiming for with the WR125R's return. At its heart, the WR125R uses a 125cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder, SOC, 4-valve engine with fuel injection. Yamaha has integrated Variable Valve Actuation, VVA, technology. The same principle used in their R125, Mount 125 lines, to help broaden the usable-to-work band. Switching between two intake profiles depending on engine speed. In practical terms, that means you don't have to constantly fight the gearbox in urban or mixed riding. It gives better flexibility at low revs while still delivering decent punch near redline. Power output is claimed around 14 14.8 bhp, filled at 10.5 kilowatts, at 10,000 revolutions per minute, with torque around 8.1 pounds-feet, 11 Nm, at 6,500 revolutions per minute. That's not earth-shattering, but perfectly sensible for 125 in this class. Yamaha positions it more as an approachable, manageable dual sport than a performance monster. On the chassis side, Yamaha opted for a semi-double cradle steel frame, moving away from the delta box style seen in some of its street-oriented 125 siblings. The suspension setup is fairly straightforward but tuned for versatility, a 41mm Kib conventional telescopic fork up front with about 215mm of travel, and a monocross-type rear shock with linkage giving around 187mm of rear travel. Wheel sizes are classic dual sport, 21-inch front, 18-inch rear, both spoke. Braking comes via a 267mm disc up front with single-channel ABS, front only, and a 220mm disc in the rear without ABS. In terms of weight and dimensions, Yamaha claims a wet weight around 138 kilograms, 304 pounds. The seat height is 875mm, 34.4 inches, tall, but for this sort of dual sport that's acceptable. Ground clearance is about 240mm, 9.4 inches. Fuel tank capacity is modest, about 8.1 liters, filled at 2.14 US gallons. Which limits range somewhat. Based on claimed efficiency, Yamaha suggests it might deliver something around 2.3 liters/100 kilometers, or roughly 113 miles per gallon imperial, in ideal riding. Moving to design and ergonomics, the WR125R blends traditional Yamaha off-road styling cues with some modern touches. You'll find dual lens LED headlights integrated into the front plastics, an upright posture, wide metal foot pegs suited for standing or seated riding, and slim bodywork to allow good leg grip. The instrument cluster is a rectangular LCD unit with smartphone connectivity, via Yamaha's MyRide app, allowing route uploads, ride data logging, Bluetooth notifications, etc. Color options include Icon Blue and Yamaha Black. So how does it feel on the road, or trail? Given the power numbers, acceleration is modest. You won't be leaving most 200 300s behind. But the strength here is lightness, maneuverability, and the ability to explore unpaved roads without feeling overburdened. The VVA helps stretch flexibility so you're not constantly hunting for a gear change. Suspension travel and clearance give you enough cushion to take on gravel, light trails, or broken surfaces. That said, it's not meant to be a hardcore enduro. Aggressive jumps, big rock gardens, or deep mud may stretch its limits. The front ABS is a welcome safety net in street use, especially for newer riders. But riders should note there's no rear ABS, which is a trade-off to keep weight and cost in check. The relatively tall seat might intimidate shorter riders, but overall the ergonomics skew neutral and manageable for most people used to small dual sports. The slender profile helps in tight urban traffic or when shifting weight in the trees. One of its unique selling points is that it strives to be Yamaha's most accessible 125cc dual sport offering, giving riders a stepping stone from commuter bikes into proper adventure, dual sport territory without jumping to high-cc machines. Its combination of modern tech, VVA, smartphone integration, lightweight frame, and dual sport DNA gives it an interesting niche. Also, compared with many 125 class bikes focused purely on street, this one gives you off-road capability, and compared with many off-road bikes, it remains usable in town. As for price, Yamaha has not officially confirmed a global MSRP yet. A one estimate from Multiplanet pegs it at about a negation 5,800 in Europe. Of course, local markets, including Pakistan, may see very different pricing depending on import duties, taxes, and supply. So take that as a rough ballpark for now. In summary, the 2025-2026 WR125R is a thoughtfully revived piece in Yamaha's lineup that won't thrill with raw power, but its balanced package, lightweight, and dual sport readiness make it compelling for riders stepping into adventure territory. It's ideal for urban use and weekend explorations, offering tech like VVA and smartphone connectivity, while maintaining the rugged essentials of off-road machines. If you're someone who wants to grow into dual sport riding without leaping to a big bike, this could be a very attractive choice.